All right, guys. So this next story, this next thing we're talking about, Tristan's gonna lead us on this adventure. So this is his forte. It's his galaxy far, far away that he's been studying. You've been studying this topic for so many years. I feel like you can get a doctorate just in this alone. Fuck everything else you've been doing with your life. Fuck all this digging up bones stuff that you do. That's not technically his job. He fucking hates me every time I claim that he digs up dinosaur bones. It's what he wants to be doing all the time. But my point here is, Tristan, screw all of that stuff. Talk to us about, the topic, the topic that we're talking about right now.
So the trailer dropped for the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars. You say, are they doing like a 4K ultra high definition re-release of the first 6 seasons? Are they doing something like that?
No, we're getting 12 new stories.
12?
Or 12 episodes.
12, yeah, so 12 new stories, 12 episodes. So that's going to be a season.
Not 12 stories, maybe like 3 or 4 arcs, something.
Yeah, so that's going to be a season 7 then.
Yeah.
Wow. I cannot wait to watch this on Disney XD.
Yeah, that's the one drawback that I try not to think about.
Tristan, what are you going to tell me, Tristan? What are you going to tell these fans who want to see Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7 without any strings attached? Oh, are you saying it's going to be on Netflix? Because everybody has Netflix. Everyone has Netflix. Are you saying it's going to be on Netflix?
I feel like you're painting me out to be the bad guy for this. And I don't appreciate it.
I'm so fucking sorry, Kylo Ren. Please, tell everyone where they can access this.
Is there any other bad news you'd like to give me?
Please tell everyone where they can get this. Because I don't know about you guys, but I didn't notice it in the trailer. Maybe it's in the description box below for the trailer, but they didn't talk about this during the trailer. So
no, they did not.
No, please tell everybody.
So now I've seen other sources talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure if this is how it's going to work, but from what I understand, Disney will be launching this on their new streaming service.
All right. So I truly believe that this is where the proletariat, the working class, will rise up. This is where Star Wars fans are going to be like, well, we're busting down the door, and we're pulling out the mouse, which is weird because I don't know, I don't think Mickey's real, but then again, and they're going to essentially hang him in Times Square. Now, should they? No.
It's basically it's going to be like Infinity War, tearing off the gauntlet off Mickey Mouse instead, though.
I'm just laughing because I imagine Mickey just get there. No, because they're gathering. They have ESPN, ABC, Disney XD. They're getting Fox.
Yeah.
No, but seriously though, all terrible dictator jokes aside, I get it. Here's the thing, right? So people are probably furious right now, but I have to be real here. And I'm sorry to say this, everybody, but I have to be real here. It's a super smart business move.
Yeah.
It's just completely frustrating on so many levels.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's frustrating, look, I'm not saying that, we have to, because here's the thing, right? As a society, we do have to break out of this idea that everything should cost $1, because I feel like companies and corporations have tried to have this race to the bottom when it comes to how much something should cost, to try to then kind of get rid of the mom and pop businesses and then rise up once they start slowly bringing back the price of things up, right? Here's looking at you, Amazon. And a bunch of other places as well. It's not just Amazon, to be fair. But the problem here is that in doing it the way that companies have been with streaming services, and I love Crunchyroll, mind you, right? But doing it the way companies have been doing with streaming services, they're trying to fight piracy. So Crunchyroll is technically free. Yes, they have ads, but they're technically free because they want to fight pirates who are going to download anime for free. So they're like, fuck it, we have to try to find our way to be closest to free as we possibly can. So we're free, but we have ads. And you want to get rid of those ads, then you pay, a monthly, I think it's like, well, $8 a month. And it's like, okay. For Netflix, they don't have ads, but you either pay for the content or you don't get it. And by pay for the content, I mean you use a friend's streaming password. And for some reason, Netflix does not seem to care. But still, the point is that I feel like something like Netflix, right? Because it became an alternative, people were like, "Oh, only like $8 or $10, and I get everything," quote unquote. And I think it's not technically Netflix's fault, but it seems like people have been conditioned now to think, "Oh, cable." Well, I mean, yeah, you can say cable's bad. That's fair, but the idea that like, oh, if it's a streaming service, it better have everything, because if it doesn't have everything, then it has nothing.
Mm.
And I don't know, I granted, I don't want every single company to come up with a streaming service now, because then all of a sudden streaming is going to be more expensive than cable. And then what's going to happen is everyone's going to step back from streaming, and then all of a sudden the streaming platforms are going to fail as well. Not your Crunchyrolls, because anime, as much as we love it, and it is big in the US, it's also niche in a way compared to other, films and stuff like that. But at the same time, when it comes to something like, like Disney, or I don't know if you know this, but DC is also starting a streaming service as well.
Right.
So we have Disney, we have DC, we have Netflix, we have Hulu, we have Crunchyroll, we have Funimation, we have High Dive. Granted, some of those, like I mentioned, are truly, niche. But still, we have the WWE Network. I mean, we have so many streaming services. YouTube has YouTube Red. Twitch also has subscription as well, subscription model. So at the end of the day, I do wonder when the big crash is going to happen. And I do think that it might start with companies doing stuff like this. Oh, CBS has their service as well, where they have Star Trek Discovery on there and nowhere else.
Right.
And it's just like, okay. I mean, granted, they might have DVDs, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing I'm thinking about with this. Even though, like, I personally might not even get the streaming service. I might wait until this comes out on DVD. And I know that might be a long wait.
Yeah.
But any fans of the Clone Wars will know we've waited this long. I can wait a bit longer.
I mean, that's the thing. I hope that Disney does understand that not every part of the U.S. has high-speed internet. And because that's my thing, right? My thing is, I don't think, maybe sometime within the next 10 years, we're going to go to that all-streaming future that every game company talks about and stuff like, or every game, CEO talks about.
Yeah.
Right. But maybe in the next 10 years. But as of right now, we cannot. Because there are parts of the U.S. that still have VHS rental stores. Right. And there are parts of the U.S. that, have, yes, there are some people in town that are young, but most people in town are like 50 plus, very small town. They're not getting catered to when it comes to high-speed internet.
Right.
And that is an issue, because when you have a company like Disney that's like, oh no, we're going to run a streaming platform, some places it's not even Disney's fault, right? Disney isn't supposed to, I'm not expecting Disney to fix the internet in Arkansas or Alabama, but, it's just something that I do wonder. I don't know, like, you know what? Let's move away from the discussion, though, of the streaming stuff, because we can talk about that all day. We can talk about that all day. Let's talk about the content of the trailer. Now, I don't know anything about Clone Wars other than 2 seasons worth of knowledge and a bunch of spoilers. Because I have been spoiled. Now, here's the thing.
I mean...
okay, I have a question for you.
Come on.
But I'm confused. Should it not be a big deal that... I've forgotten her name because we haven't actually talked about Clone Wars in a while now. Ahsoka, yeah. Should it not be a surprise that she's in Season 7? Because I thought she made a cameo in other animated series.
Well, yes. It's just the idea that...
She's actually going to be in it.
Well, the idea that they're going to finish her arc.
Okay.
Because there were a lot of unfinished arcs that they were leading up to that were going to be a big chunk of season 7 and never got the chance. That's why part of this is such a big deal. It's because we're finally going to get those arcs resolved. Hopefully, possibly, probably.
So it's not the idea that, oh, she's alive. It's the idea that, oh my god, she's going to be in this because we get to finish her arc.
Yeah.
We get to see
granted,
yeah.
2 arcs, Darth Maul's arc and Ahsoka's arc, both Darth Maul got a comic that was released, Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir, to kind of show how, he kept going on. And then Ahsoka got a novel called Star Wars Ahsoka.
Right.
And if you can, you should check them out. They're both really great. I have copies of both of them. Great stories.
Okay, so and here's what we're gonna do. If I can find those on Amazon, those will actually be in the description box below. You can actually buy them through us, and we'll get a small portion. I don't even know how much yet because we just started joining the Amazon affiliate program. But you'll get a small portion of that if you do want to check it out. And frankly, I want to check it out as well, but I can't buy it through that affiliate link. That's against the terms of service. But I'll either be buying it myself or I'll look at Tristan and I'll kind of nudge him and be like, hey man, you done reading that book? But no, you were mentioning something to me. You mentioned that this season was never supposed to happen. Like, obviously it was at one point, but then it got canceled.
Yeah,
so the idea was, well, this is fucked. And they took the plot points and they made that into the comic and the book, or did they make it into something else?
Yeah, no, basically.
Okay, so in other words, this, even though some people, like yourself, like a lot of diehard Clone Wars fans out there, have read the book and seen read the comic as well, to some that haven't, like myself, we can experience some of that stuff for the first time in Season 7, because there's a good chance that they're going to adapt that stuff for Season 7, because it came from storyboards that were going to be in a future Season 7, but again, that got canceled.
And I'm pretty sure we're going to get a bit more things here and there fleshed out. Because the comic and the book kind of flash forward a little bit from here, so we'll probably see events leading up to those in the actual animated series.
What's really funny is you and I were talking about this over the phone. I don't think we talked about this on the podcast. And we said, oh man, are they going to have a Disney Power Hour on Star Wars Power Hour on Disney XD? And it turns out no. But it's interesting though that it seems as if what's the other Star Wars show that is coming out, the animated show?
Star Wars Resistance.
Resistance is going to be on XD. So I guess
so, yeah.
So I think what Disney's business model is, and maybe I'm wrong here, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. It seems like Disney's business model is, Resistance will be, quote unquote, for the kids or the general public, people that aren't gonna, be paying for this service. That'll be on quote unquote free TV. Although I'm sure it'll be on their streaming service as well. But it'll be on free TV, and we're gonna take those nerds' money. Essentially, Tristan, what if anyone wants to have a nice flashback, essentially, to their younger selves. Disney is the bully that's beating you up for your lunch money. Disney's just like, yeah, the nerds gonna give us their money because
in a way, but they're also still giving us the content we want. Question mark.
The nerd the bully beat you up for your money and then was just like, all right.
And then gave me a comic book.
Gave me a comic book, and you were like, I feel so conflicted. I'm
like, I probably would have spent my money on this anyway, but you didn't have to forcefully beat it out of me.
Well, here's the thing. I'll say this much, right? And this is something that could definitely happen as well. And this is something that I say to everyone if they, it's not even like a cheat the system thing because it'll look good for Disney's, for stockholders when they do stock, investment calls or, I can't think of the exact word right now. If you wait, let's say, like, it's going to be 12 episodes, right? It's confirmed to 12 episodes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you wait 3 months after the service comes out, assuming they're going to drop it once a week and not just drop them all at once. And what do, Tristan? You get a free trial.
That's
and
true,
you watch them.
Right.
And then you either stop, you're like, I'm done, or if the Disney Fox merger goes through and they actually have the original 20th Century Fox unedited Star Wars movies, you never unsubscribe.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Honestly, I would agree with you. Um, Frankly, we'll talk about this, I guess, in a different clip, but just a random aside. I kind of hope that they have, like, really weird anime on there or stuff that they've had for years that's just in a vault, like Beyblade and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
No, when it came to this trailer, I'll talk about what I know from this trailer. It seemed like shit was really going to go down. I think people are going to die. That's going to be sad. I don't know if people are going to die. Because the thing is, I haven't seen Rebels, so I don't know if, like, some of the... I don't know who makes it, if you will. But from that first part with the infantry and everything exploding, I was like, oh no. People are going to die.
The thing. Those voice clips are from previous seasons.
Oh, okay. Because it sounded like he was re-recording. He sounded older. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
But still. But they were clearly from older scripts, is what you're saying. At the very least, they were already done.
I recognize all of those lines because as as the trailer unfolds and you see like scanning down the clone trooper helmets and everything. Which was a really cool effect because they go from the first generation clone armor into the second generation clone armor.
Okay.
And like the clips get more and more like there's action going on in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a trailer that was masterfully put together.
No, I really enjoyed it as well. It definitely, it's one of those
music drop too coming in as you start to see the fleet. I nearly teared up. I have to admit because this came out of nowhere. I just woke up one day, saw, Clone Wars trailer. I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah, I think that's something brilliant. We talked about this as we're wrapping this up. We talked about this when we talked about the JoJo Part 5 reveal, when you can check that clip out as well from a previous Keikaku Corner that we did, where it kind of just came out of nowhere, where we were like, I wonder when Part 5 is going to come out. It really should be coming out soon, and then boom, it came out. But when it came to this, though, I think where it really packs a punch is, you and I thought that this was, good and buried. It was just done forever. There was no reason for it to come back. There were reasons, but it was just there was no hope.
Right.
For it to come
and
back.
Then I kind of looked at it and I'm like, all right, well, who says? And then I look down and it's like, oh, they got Dave Filoni back. Oh God, this is actually because I am like, no, you're pulling my leg. There's no fucking way. And then I look and see his name at the bottom. I'm like, oh my God, it's real. Like I nearly screamed.
I can see why. Yeah, well, because in a way it could at first it could seem like a fan trailer. Early on.
Right, I'm going to be real. I thought it was for, like, a game they were making at first, because I started to see the helmets. And
it would have been a good game. If it wasn't mobile, I think it would have been a good game.
Yeah, and then I started, I'm like, are they going to make a game, but, like, in the animation style? I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then they zoom in, and I see Anakin walking out, and I'm like, oh.
Imagine if that game was on a Nintendo Switch. You would have bought a Switch yesterday.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the music plays, and then I just see the old logo, just zoom in on screen, and I nearly fell out of my chair.
Yeah.
But I think the hardest hitting part of this trailer is not even, like, just my reaction to, it's coming back after so many years, after we thought it's canned, it's never coming back, you're never going to get that real finish that you wanted. But just that Anakin walks up and he's like, I'm really busy trying to run the war effort here, Obi-Wan. What could possibly so important that you bring me? And he stops mid-sentence.
Yeah.
And then Ahsoka's in the hologram and she turns around and says, hi, Master, it's been a while.
So I haven't gotten up to this part, so I have a question. Did he think she was dead?
Not dead.
Or did she... Okay, so she left for some reason. Okay. Yes. Okay, and so it's just like, oh my God, she still cares.
Yeah.
Okay. Because she sounded pissed.
Well, in the sense that he was like, he never thought he would ever see her again.
Right,
and now
right,
here
right.
she is.
Yeah, no, I
And
understand.
just the look on his face is just...
Yeah. It was very interesting they went with the same animation style, but still it feels HD. It was interesting. Oh, yeah. I liked it.
Like, you can look at this series and see the animation and the artwork steadily increase in quality through every season. And this, like, seeing this just in the trailer, this is the pinnacle.
Oh, yeah.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. So, a bunch of us are going to be getting free trials, I think. You know, cool, because the thing is, I thought nerds were going to revolt, and I truly believed that nerds were going to get really upset, including us, right? But then when really thinking about it, like, people get free trials for stuff all the time. I mean, people do that with Stranger Things, right? Where they either get free trials or are like, fuck it, I'll just pay $12 for the month. $12 for Stranger Things, you know, and maybe some other stuff they wanted to catch up on as well. And then they're like, all right, see ya. You know, they just Goku that up. They're like, goodbye. You know, because it's not just Stranger Things on Netflix. You can also get, like, the Marvel stuff as well, which I don't know if that Marvel stuff is going to be moving to Disney. Like, you know, the Daredevil, Punisher, Defenders, you know, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist. I wonder if that's all going to move as well, but it seems like we're getting Iron Fist Season 2 on Netflix. So, I don't know if, like, they're fine making money off Netflix for now, but they're taking some of their stuff like Star Wars, at least with Clone Wars, and they're like, no, we're going to use that. So that actually, I got to mention, I got to be, you know, be honest here, right? So, you know, I'm making jokes, nerds getting beaten up and all that stuff, making fun jokes based on our childhoods, but let's be real here. That shows a lot of faith. Disney has a lot of faith if they're using this show to market their streaming service. Like, they're thinking of this show as, oh, it's going to bring people in. That's actually a lot of faith in something that got canceled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, usually when something gets canceled, it's not like, you know, oh, we'll bring it back again and people will love it. Because, like, normally I feel like I say concerns or, like, fan praise by big companies is kind of, like, just brushed aside. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because, I mean, arguably for this, Clone Wars was canceled at a time where its popularity was on the rise. Mm-hmm. Like, it was probably at its most popular point. And then, sorry guys, it's ending. And everyone's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right. And so it wasn't ending due to low ratings. It just ended because they wanted to, what, do something else?
I don't know if there was ever really an official reason given.
Okay.
I think it was just Disney had just acquired Lucasfilm around that time, so they probably just wanted to start up fresh with their own stuff. Which,
right.
You know, I get it.
Yeah,
and hey, we got Rebels, which I still love.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's
I know
fair.
people have had mixed opinions, but I love Rebels.
Okay, all right. So either way, we have a lot to look forward to. A lot of people getting free trials and, you know, spending some money. But it's okay because it looks good to investors. Once, you know, Disney goes, you see, in this quarter, 5 million people subscribed, you know, or something like that. So yeah, so either way, we have something to look forward to in 2019, or did they not show a date? Assuming 2019 at this point, where we are right now.
Think they've released a date yet. I think it's confirmed that it's coming.
I'm gonna say 2019, just because. So yeah. We have so all right.